since we've done this.
It's been like 6 months since we've done
Yeah.
one. All right. It's giving me some time to charge up. Welcome, faithful listeners, to a brand new episode of the Inconsistently Updated podcast, featuring your favorite voices of Twitter users at FrightShark and lesser known Twitter user at Jafeman. This is the Stinky Boy Show.
This introduction is so different.
It is.
It's so different, and I am...
We've grown as people. I own 32 businesses, and Nathan and I successfully got the surgery to where we are both one person.
And I upped my record. I can now jack off 9 times in one day.
You're gross. That's gross. So, that's the intro.
Boy, what an intro that one was.
Basically, we're welcoming you guys.
You want to try that again?
No.
Okay. You did.
One and done. We're
I'm not
fucking,
cutting this at all.
We're fucking going at it raw and hard, unedited, pure bullshit through and through, classic Stinky Boy Show style. Only thing we're cutting is dead air, and I don't want there to be any of that. So, I'm Jeff. That's Nathan, the guy that's doubting me and making faces at me. And my question is, for this show, if you could have a themed restaurant, what would your theme be? Also, different but related, for this restaurant, what would your demographic be?
Okay. I think choice 1, the one that came to mind immediately, I think the theme of my restaurant would be kidnapping.
Wow.
Yeah. And the demographic would probably be, I would say, older adults 45 to 60.
That's strange.
I want to kidnap grandmas.
You want to kidnap Why? Why do you want to kidnap grandmas? What kind
No,
of...
that's what the restaurant's called. I want to kidnap grandmas.
It's like, so guys, what restaurant you guys want to go to? I want to kidnap grandmas. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah.
What do you want to eat tonight? I want to kidnap grandmas.
I'm like, oh, you want takeout?
I want to eat there.
What kind of food would you serve?
Seafood.
Seafood?
Yeah, mostly
That's ironic.
like salt water in a cup.
Oh.
And crabs that you have to boil yourself.
Doesn't seem so bad. The cup of salt
They're
water.
alive. The crabs are alive, and you have to watch them die in the boiling water.
That's usually what people do when they buy crabs off like trucks on the side of the road. That's a Maryland thing, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, we're overflowing with crabs, so people are just trying to offload them on like overpasses.
Yeah.
And
My mom buys bags of crabs. There's like a dozen for like $20.
I can't eat crabs.
You can barely, I don't think you can eat any seafood.
No.
You're allergic. You'll die.
I haven't tried in a long time. I'd rather just live my life without taking that risk again.
Yeah. Okay. So you'd serve awful seafood at
I would
this
serve
awful
seafood. I would model my restaurant around being a very bad experience, but it's one of those things where it's such a weird thing that people can't help but recommend it. Like, you have to be like, oh, this is such a weird fucking restaurant. You have to go see it for yourself. I could get on TV.
What kind of restaurant would this be? Would this be a sit-down restaurant?
It's all bars.
All bars?
Yeah.
Oof. That sounds like a lot of overhead,
It's
my friend.
bars all across the walls, and then there's one of those center bars that wraps around, like a wraparound bar. And you have to sit at a bar, or you have to stand.
What kind of chairs? What's the chair situation?
They're office chairs.
Oh, this sounds awful.
They're
Okay,
rolling
well,
chairs.
first of all, how is that going to kidnapping? Is it like, are all like the waitresses and like waiters and stuff, are they dressed up like the Hamburglar?
No, that's the secret. You don't get kidnapped until you're done. Until you leave.
So there's some real kidnapping going along.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I was thinking it might be more of like one of those restaurants where you sit down at the bar and like there's pictures of like famous kidnappings going
There's
on.
pictures of like hostages, photographed with the newspaper of the current date.
Yeah.
No, you get kidnapped on your way out, and you don't get roughed up or anything like that. They're not really aggressive when they kidnap you. They just sort of, they do that classic thing from a movie where someone walks up behind a person, puts the gun in their back, and is like, keep walking. It's one of those. But then they make them go around a corner, and it's just there's a table with one chair and a laptop. And what they do is they sit you down and they say, I want you to go to Yelp and write a review that says this is such a weird experience, you have to come check it out for yourself.
It's so cerebral.
Yeah. And I was like, we're not going to hurt you, but I'm going to keep poking this gun in your back until you write this Yelp review. And I feel like they'd be pretty cooperative 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, so speaking of Nathan going to jail, for his birthday...
Oh, my birthday present.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
This is a joke. Protected under parody law.
It's not a joke.
It's absolutely
this is real.
a joke. Well, it's
this
a joke
is going
for
to
me,
happen.
Jeff, in the show. I'm not actually going to do this, but I was proposing...
No, Jeff is going to do this for me.
I was proposing a scenario where, for his birthday, I would go onto Darknet. I would go onto the Darknet, and I would hire...
Web.
Yeah, I'd go deep web.
Yeah.
I'd go deeper than deep web. I'd find...
Your Tor browser?
Like, what? You know when, like, you know how some people, like, for some reason will put their lives on the line, I guess, to, like, support their families and stuff like that?
Mm-hmm.
They fall down on, like, hard times, like, my life is not going to go anywhere, but I want my family to be, like, looked after. I just don't want to be the one looking after them, basically. So they're like, I'll let you kill me for, like, some amount of money. Basically, what would happen is that through a series of unexplained circumstances and efforts that I would have gone through myself, I would have gotten someone to do this for me, basically pro bono. And the whole thing was, this sprouted from Nathan saying that for his birthday he wanted to watch the light of a man's life disappear from his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And I said that I asked him seriously, legitimately, what would he do? And I really want to know, like, now that we have a microphone in front of us and we're not just fucking jacking off our egos to each other and making each other laugh, I really want to know if I went through all this trouble to go to the deep web, find someone, go to like a shitty motel, like a Motel 6 or something. It's covered in plastic.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's going to be no trace. It's untraceable to you or me or the third guy that would be there. That's not the guy that we're killing. The third guy's there. He's a cleaner. He's professional. Like, this is a thing. If you Google it, it's a thing. There's, like, documentaries of people that are hired to clean crime scenes, and it's tremendous and both terrifying and tremendous. But...
double tremendous.
Yeah.
That's how tremendous it is.
So... okay, I'm going to walk you through it again.
Okay.
We are driving to, I don't know, some random town up north. I preface the trip with, hey, it's your birthday. Like, it's your birthday weekend. Let's go to the mall. And, like, a mall that we have never been to. Like, let's say in our area, like, northern Maryland. What would be...
the Rockville, or not the... the Rockville Mall.
Yeah. We go to the... It's like, let's go to the Rockville Mall. Let's take a trip. I mean, you're down for things like that, so naturally you'd be like, yeah, that sounds like fun. And I'd be like, yeah. But the thing is, we don't go to the mall. Or maybe we do. See a few movies. I can't imagine that we, commit this crime in the middle of broad daylight. So we do it under the cover of night.
Okay.
But basically, after all that, we go to the motel, pull into the parking lot, and I'm basically riling you up in the car. I'm like, oh man, you're gonna like what's about to happen. Like, I'm giving you the thing that you wanted. And I imagine that at this point, you're just thinking, like, what is he talking about? Like, you probably would forget.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So, what thoughts? We're in the parking lot of this Motel 6. What do you think I'm about to do? We're in my car.
I don't know.
So you're in the passenger seat.
See, I don't know. I feel like it would be we'd be going to just like get drunk in a hotel, or maybe there's like a stripper involved or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
No, see, I'd be
24th birthday, big stripper day.
yeah. When I'm being walked into a surprise, what I do is I wipe all expectations so that I'm surprised no matter what it is. And so I don't know. I'd probably try to play it cool, acting like I wasn't anticipating something. Yeah, I don't know.
All right.
I would not be sure that at that point I'd be fine. Like I'd be normal, regular old Nathan. Nothing, no, not a care in the world.
So you'd still have like some remnants of your innocence.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to the hotel room, walking up the cement stairs. Like there's the pool right next to the parking lot. The stairs are overlooking the pool. I'm really painting a picture here.
Yeah.
So we're going up these shitty cement stairs. There's gum like underneath and like
Cigarette butts.
Yeah. So it's like really shitty and like gross. And there's like a flickering lamp. But I'm really cheery about it and like just full of my classic Jafe Man charisma. So we're walking up the stairs and we get to my room. I'm gonna say it's room 12 because that's on the second floor and I don't know how. I've never stayed in a motel really. So, but I open the door with my room key that I already had. Not once did I go to the office to pick up this key. I had it already.
Mm-hmm.
So I had already planned this whole thing. But you don't know, and this is probably something that you don't really think about when we go up
Wouldn't
there.
pick it up because I'd be like, why the fuck are we at this gross place? Like, why is this happening? Why
What?
here? I'd be like, my friend didn't even want to spend like at least like $100 on a hotel room. We had to stay at this stupid motel.
So
I'd be so upset.
yeah,
I would be so upset walking into this room right now. I mean, what are we doing here?
it's like, and it's not even that far. Like we could just drive home. So there's like a whole bunch of things that could be going through your head right now that I'm imagining, and I don't think, like honestly, I don't think anybody would pick up on the fact that I already had a motel key in my possession unless I brought it to their attention and be like, hey, I already got a key, so you don't have to worry. Like unless I explicitly said that, I don't think anyone would be like, when did you have time to get the key? We were in the car. Like, there's something real fishy going on. Anyways, so we're going up these shitty stairs and we're at room 12. I open the door, and over my shoulder, through the crack of the door that's being opened slowly, you see just plastic lining the room.
Mm-hmm.
What thoughts now?
You know how when you like say you're going to like hang out with friends or not even really friends, but like maybe just acquaintances or something like that. And you're just trying to be cool and have like a good time. So you're just sort of like you're in everything and like you're making hilarious jokes at people, and then they start kind of doing something that you're not cool with, but you're like, I don't want to bring everyone down. It's just like, all right, yeah, and you're just sort of going along with it. But in your head, you're kind of like, maybe I should just leave, but you don't want to be that guy. So you're just you're sort of just like nodding your head and like laughing at everything and be like, okay, all right. Okay, so just sort of wishing that I had an out, but I can't really because you drove.
Yep.
So I am forced to go along with it. So I'm just like, okay.
So you're weekly making like half effort jokes, like trying to basically reason out the situation.
Yeah, I'm just laughing it up, looking around.
Door opens completely, and we're both in the room now. And there's a man, his back to us in an office chair, like with the tall back, so you can only see like his head. He's watching TV. And then he turns around and he's completely naked. He's got a sad look of resignation on his face. His name is Barry.
How do I know his name is Barry?
He says his name is Barry.
So he speaks as soon as we walk.
This is the first time he's done this, obviously.
Okay.
So he doesn't know that him telling you his name is gonna make what you're about to do so much harder.
Okay.
But I'll tell you what I'm thinking in this moment. One, why would you tell him your name, Barry? Like, that's just gonna make it so harder, and he won't be able to enjoy this as much. Two, this is what Nathan wanted for his birthday. He told me and didn't expect me to go through with it, and I did. I'm so proud of myself. I'm really such a good friend. And the third thing is, me looking towards the bathroom, and there's the man in the suit who's the cleaner. He's just standing and looking at us. He gives you a silent nod.
How is Barry sitting in the chair? Is his leg crossed? Is he just spread open?
Basically, he turns around and he's just
he's just full display.
Yeah, just relaxed.
Fucking balls just hanging out, huh?
Well, I mean, he could also be wearing underwear. It's not, that part's not important to the story.
No, it is.
Okay.
Whether or not this man is naked is entirely important in the story, because
Okay, then...
we have friends who walk around in nothing but their underwear anyway.
Motorboat Mike.
Yeah, so that would matter. If I walked into the room and the man was naked, I would have a lot of doubts, not about what was going on, but I would just have this feeling that, like, did you misinterpret our friendship to a point where you were, like, playing some prank on me that involved a naked man? Like, he was going to start, like, jacking off or something, and you were just going to leave the room, and, like, the other guy was going to, like, sort of be a bouncer and not let me leave the room, and I have to be in the room with this jack-off man.
I mean...
There'd be a lot of...
If we're going to go off of that...
hurt.
He's naked, and when he turns the chair towards you and looks at you, he's at full mast, because he was watching porn. That was what was on the TV.
Why is he watching porn?
He's about to die. Let him get his last strokes in, I guess.
Is that what he wants to do right before he dies?
What else is he gonna do?
If you're going forward with the knowledge that someone's gonna kill you, or no matter how far in advance you knew that you were gonna get killed...
he's got a look of resignation on his face.
No,
he's shamed. He is fully shamed.
I know, but I feel like that's not the last thing you want to do before you die. Watch porn and jack off. That's not...
He probably wanted us to wait like another 30 seconds before we got in the room.
Couldn't he have communicated that? I feel like if you're signing up to get killed, you have a few, like, rights that you're given. Like, okay.
Hey, he might have been rubbing one out, like, unknowing to Frank, who's in the bathroom. That's the name of the cleaner. On our first name basis.
Did he tell us the name? Did he tell us his name?
No, I know the name, because I set it up.
Right, because you went through
his code
deep
name
web.
is Frank. Yeah.
Okay, code name. Okay, his code name's Frank.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know him. I don't know.
So what do you think when you see, like, the suited man who's just like...
And I can hear porn playing also.
So
oh, no. Overall,
it's quiet.
But I can see it.
Yeah.
Okay, so above all of this, I'm looking at a screen.
This shitty dial...
CRT.
Yeah, CRT TV with antenna, and it's got a dial.
And he's watching porn.
Mm-hmm.
And I can see...
The picture's not even that good. There's, like, a little bit of static in it.
I don't know. At that point, is the door still open?
No, it's closed, and it's got the chain thing on there.
I don't know. I'd be so upset. I'd be like, why is this man here? And that's it. There's two men, and one's naked.
All
and
right.
There's porn on the TV.
While you're standing there, like, while you're feeling like, you know, you're standing there mouth agape, looking at this, I rifle through your pockets, take your phone, your wallet, and your keys, and I put them into one of the drawers next to us with my stuff.
I don't think I'd let you do that.
I'd do it.
No, I wouldn't let you. That's the thing.
I know how cagey you'd get, but I would have foreseen that part of the situation coming. And like, no, we have to do this now. Like, we have come too far for you to just quit.
You couldn't just get in these pockets. This simulation breaks down right here. Someone else might have to die in this situation because I'm not letting anyone in my pockets at this point.
So, in this situation, I have already pickpocketed Nathan. Through mysterious means. Also, I got, you know, pickpocket training off of Deep Web as well.
Totally detached from this now, man. Not to undervalue your skills, but I can't see it. Can't see that happening.
I don't know, man.
I'm already starting to get pensive about this whole situation.
Well, you should have been. You're going to kill a guy. And this is where you... Okay, well, first off, I just want to throw that in there because I wanted to brag that I would have, you know, audited some pickpocketing classes off Deep Web.
You can audit those?
Yeah.
You can sit in on it for free.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
like a lecture hall.
I might take this next semester. You don't get the full experience, but
Yeah. Yeah. I had to leave like three classes early, so I couldn't take the final.
this is completely off the rails.
Yeah. Anyway, so this man is ready to die. Frank hands you a knife.
I have to stab him?
Yeah. You can't shoot him.
I didn't say I wanted to shoot him. I don't want to stab him.
He's not, like, no one is leaving until someone in that room is dead.
Couldn't I just feed him a bunch of sleeping pills?
Nope. And first of all, if you feed him a bunch of sleeping pills, his eyes are going to be closed. And then he won't watch the light of his life disappear from his eyes.
No, I think I could do it. I can hold his eyes open.
You made it fucked up.
Okay, so am I allowed to, like, get really drunk before I kill this man?
Oh, absolutely. There's alcohol. There's a mini bar.
Okay, so we could turn it into, like, a party before I had to kill him.
Yeah.
Could he drink?
Yeah. No.
No, why not? What's his name, Barry?
Yeah.
Why can't Barry drink? Why can't he get drunk? He's about to die. He was already trying to jack off.
I don't know.
So I can't
Frank
drink.
doesn't want him to drink.
Why is Frank in control of the situation? He's just
the guy
He's the crime janitor, okay?
He's also the guy that helped me out. He helped me set this up.
Who is-
Don't undermine Frank's value.
No,
all right.
I-
Just because he's the cleaner in the situation doesn't mean that he's not helpful.
I don't think.
You know what? I don't.
I don't think I like Frank.
He hasn't done anything to you. He just doesn't want Barry to drink. He doesn't.
Why is he wearing a suit to clean up a murder scene?
Because he's gotta dress the part. Also,
He's cleaning a murder scene. The part is a scumbag. I don't care what he's doing it for. He's cleaning up a murder scene.
Look,
Is he dressing for the job he wants? Does he want to be a president somewhere, but he has to
Yeah.
clean up murder scenes?
well, I mean, okay, I'd be a little more like. Honestly, if I saw a guy dressed up in a suit or like dressed nicely, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm here to clean like your murder scene," I'm like, "Okay, yeah, he's prepared." Like, I believe him. If I saw a guy like wearing fucking raggedy ass sweats and like Crocs, I'd be like, "No."
Let's put on a tracksuit.
Yeah. Even a tracksuit, I'd be like, "Are you gonna run after this?" Like, well, first of all, I'd be dead because I'd say that thing to him. So no birthday for you.
Frank's not a killer. He's just a crime scene janitor.
I think that he would kill me. I think that Frank would kill me, and then he'd make it so my body was never found.
I don't like Frank.
You know, I don't like Frank
I'm friends
either.
with Barry here. I don't know if I want to kill him anymore.
Mm.
And I'm being handed a knife.
Okay.
I'm trying to take this situation over. I'm going to kill Frank.
Frank's got a gun.
I'm going to pin it on Barry. I like him, but not that much. If he wants to die, he can just live the rest of his life in a prison cell. Okay, so I think it's decided. I kill Frank instead.
Yeah,
And
but
the naked man has to take
we don't
the
know
fall.
how to clean a crime scene.
We don't have to. I'm pinning it on Barry.
But your prints are on the gun.
There's no gun. I'm not taking a gun
Oh
and
yeah,
stabbing him.
there's prints on the knife.
I'm not dropping the knife.
You're gonna have the knife the entire time. Okay.
Yeah. I know friends with boats. I'm going to throw it into the bay.
Okay. Okay.
Situation handled. For my birthday, I killed the wrong person. And
I'll tell you what. I don't know how I'd handle that.
I was gonna say,
Like-
if okay, you orchestrate.
So
Okay, so hold on. You spent in this here on this show. I'm gonna say you spent a good 3 minutes describing this situation that we also spent about half an hour talking about previously. You had this all planned out. In this situation, you spent months trying to get this all worked.
trying to orchestrate.
Yeah,
this
trying to
whole
work
thing.
it out. You met the guy. You went through the channels. You had to pay
do some favors.
an inordinate amount of money, and you had to set all this. You had to find a man who was willing to die, and you think it's gonna be so great.
Honestly,
And then I just flip the whole fucking thing around and like think about how quickly this goes on, because apparently, according to this, I'm getting handed a knife pretty quickly.
yeah,
Like,
it's like it's your birthday.
yeah.
There's a sign that says "Happy Birthday, Nathan."
Within like 10 seconds of us walking into this room, I'm seeing a naked guy with a hard dick and getting a knife handed to me. In the end, I think I kill Frank instead.
Okay, well,
I'm
now
sorry
we're-
to Frank's
now-
family.
Now we're switching to my perspective. I went through all this trouble. You know what the fuck I had to do to get this situation? Like, you know how many lines of decent humanity I had to cross? Like, how many things that I had to do which I would not be able to sleep over? I had to do so many things. You just don't go on like the dark web BBS and be like, hey, looking for a dead body, hit me up, LOL, and then I put my fake email. Like, no, it doesn't work that way. You got to do some favors.
Think about.
I probably had to kill someone.
This.
That's probably what I had to do.
So Rockville's I'd say it's about 45 minutes away from here on a light day. So at night, it's about a 45-minute drive. It's a real uncomfortable 45-minute drive back.
So I'm mad at you. I'm like, first of all, this would be the first thought. I'd be like, yeah, like Nathan got to see first of all, my objective would be complete. I'd be like, cool, Nathan he embraced the gift that I got him for his birthday. And then a second thought would be like, he killed the wrong guy.
I really took control of that situation.
Like, the third thing would be like, they know that I hired Frank, and Frank's dead. Fourth thing, like, am I gonna be in trouble for this? Fifth thing, I should just kill Barry. It's number 6. Now that I've killed Barry...
Yeah, would Barry end up dying anyway?
Yeah, I stab him slowly, so he's like...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right, the knife slowly entering his stomach. And the sigh of relief. Yeah, it's finally happened.
It's just... That's what you hear. I just killed Barry. And you know what? It's awful. Also, I've crossed the point of being, like, a regular human being. I'm a monster at this point. So... Well, actually, I mean, I could probably just, repress everything and, like, relapse back to how I was. And then I just drive us back. Be like, why did we go to Motel 6?
You just vanish.
Would you tell me, like, what I did and everything that I did?
If I took the situation over and killed someone else?
You know what? I think in this situation I would be doing this under, like, a pseudonym. So I don't think it would be traced back to me.
Yeah, you don't just go on the deep web with your real name.
Yeah. So do you think, like, would you... So I basically repressed all of this, and now I'm an amnesiac. We're both killers. Only one of us remembers being a killer. Would you tell me? Or would you live with that?
At this moment in time, the car ride from the murder motel where we killed people, I don't know, because if I had the chance to fully grasp the situation, and if I did it quick enough to kill Frank, and then watch you kill Barry, which I imagine would happen immediately after I kill you, because you take the knife and you walk across the room and plunge the knife into him, and he'd let out his sigh, his death sigh. I would be upset, but I would also be upset with the knowledge that I killed someone. So when you fuck up but you're mad at someone else, like when you get mad and then you make a big mistake, normally you just sort of keep to yourself for a little while.
Oh. After you kill Frank, that's when I would go on a little rant. Like, everything that I said, like, up until me killing Barry, I'd say out loud. Like, I'd get really frustrated and, like, anxiety. My voice would crack a lot.
Okay.
And then I'd probably reveal that, like, Barry was a pedophile. Like, that's how I was able to do that. And then I'd kill Barry. Because those guys don't need to exist.
No, I fully support, and, I didn't know that going into the situation. I guess I should have suspected it because he was jacking off, knowing he was about to die, and he showed me it. He showed me the dick hard, and,
The dick come hard.
And, yeah, I mean, it's my birthday. That's what it boils down to. It's my birthday, okay?
Yep.
This is my gift, and sure, call me spoiled. But if I don't exactly like how the gift is presented to me, that doesn't mean I have to just accept it.
That's true.
It's my birthday. That's what I'd be saying. It's my birthday. The whole car ride. Every time you start talking about it, it's my birthday, okay? It's my birthday. Just happy birthday to me. I killed a man. I watched another man die. It's a good birthday.
Then we go to Dave & Buster's.
Oh, because you've repressed it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd be able to enjoy myself.
I would. I think you'd repress it too.
Would I though?
No. No, I don't think so.
I don't really think I would.
What would you do after that? You're a criminal.
My murder was done with fury in my heart. With fury and out of not self-defense. I wasn't being threatened, but I was being threatened by a situation. I was being threatened by a concept, and I killed a real thing because of a concept that would have ended in me killing someone anyway.
Yep. All right, so note to you guys, we're actually not insane, and we would never kill someone. We never actually take the life of someone.
Right.
This was just
because
stop,
my birthday is on
stop.
Wednesday. It hasn't happened yet.
Oh my god.
Okay. This hasn't happened in real life because my birthday is on Wednesday.
Yeah, happy birthday to Nathan. We're not actually going to kill anyone, and I didn't do any of that. For your birthday, I was thinking we might just go to dinner.
Go to Applebee's.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go through the entire day of my birthday thinking like I could be killing someone today.
Okay, then we'll just do something that weekend.
Whatever day my birthday gets celebrated, I'm just be like, this could have been murder. This could have ended in double murder.
Mm-hmm. So, now that we're on the topic of disbelief, general things happening in disbelief, I'm going to go even farther and be like, I'm going to throw it back to a conversation we had I think this past weekend we went to the mall.
Yeah.
We were walking out to your car, and I said, I posed this question to you, and now I'm reposing it to you. We were walking to your car, and suddenly I'm just like, bye, Nathan, and I jump up in the air, I fly straight up in the air, and I, do the Iron Man sonic boom out of there and just like fly in one direction.
To preface this to everybody, Jeff and I frequently talk about superpowers, and one of our favorite things to talk about is suddenly acquiring superpowers or suddenly gaining knowledge of them. So, in this situation, I don't know, I would call you. I think I would take my phone out and call you immediately, just to figure out if it was actually you. And then,
what would it sound like? Would you be able to hear me? You just hear like the wind slapping my phone.
That would be all I need. Yeah.
Hey, what's up, man?
Yeah, I wouldn't need. I just wanted to know if you were still a real person.
You calling to see if I'm real? I am.
I'd be really upset because we have known each other for 13 years.
Has it been that long?
Yeah, just about maybe 12 years. I'd say 13 years. Remember when we were 12? So 13, 12 years, something like that. But basically,
I think it's like 11, 12.
I would be so upset because we've talked about what if we had superpowers so much that I just feel like maybe I'm influenced by the movies, but I feel like if one of us had a superpower, we'd immediately be like, hey, I got this fucking superpower. Check this out. But then it could go back to, what if you had the superpower the whole time? And the reason that you talked about it so much was because you wanted to know if I'd be cool with you having superpowers. And clearly I would be, but for some reason you chose to never tell me. And then I would start to doubt the last decade of my life. And every conversation I had therein.
Would you think other people had superpowers and they weren't telling you?
Would I end up jumping off the parking garage is the real question.
What if you didn't? And what if you found out that I had been shot down immediately after I did that?
That
was the first time I ever chose to fly in public.
You took off from the parking garage and they shot you down in the Cheesecake Factory parking lot. That's... Only people who live in the area will know how close that is, but...
You'd watch me die!
I would have seen it happen.
I don't think that anyone would be that prepared. I think I'd be shot down, like... in probably the greater DC area.
I would just not be able to trust anybody anymore.
Yeah. But I mean, like, my stuff's still back at your place, so I'm like waiting for you, and I'm just like, I'm sorry, I wasn't really thinking. I forgot that my stuff's in your place, and I don't want to go in your room without you being there. So,
I would go up into my room and I would like open the window and just drop all this stuff out the window.
no,
Get out of here!
You go to jump off the roof of the parking garage.
Oh, and you grab me out of the air?
Yeah, I grab you out of the air. I'm like, hey, I forgot something.
Fuck you! Fuck you!
He's like, this is real, and this is happening.
I would break down. I would crack. I wouldn't know what was real anymore. I was like, oh, fuck. I just walk away, and I'd just, like, drive my car into a wall. Superpowers always end up with me dying somehow.
Oh, I'd live with that guilt. I'd be like, wow.
Yeah.
I should have probably, like, gradually broke the news to Nathan. Like, I should have just joked about me flying. I should have just, like, occasionally been like, hey, man, how cool would it be if I could fly? Like, what would you do? Like, this podcast, I'd be like, hey, man, so, like, this scenario happened. And...
Stop it. You're fucking with me. Don't do this to me.
And
I can't handle this.
Like, I think that's how I would have to bring it down. I don't think I could just suddenly be like, put my hand on your shoulder, hey, dude, by the way, flight here can fly.
No, because you want to know why that wouldn't work? Because we've known each other for a decade, and you've had so many chances to tell me that you had the superpower, but you chose not to. There's no right way to do that.
No, there isn't.
I'm upset at the concept, because it could be real still.
So, right now it's too late for me to tell you that I can fly.
I'd be mad no matter what.
Okay, well, I can't fly, so there's that.
Yeah, but how can I trust you?
Well, there you have it, folks. Stinky Boy Show episode 18, I think. The last Stinky Boy Show, because our friendship is over because of an imaginary scenario. So, if I could still fly, like, would you want anything out of that? Like, would you ask me to do anything? Like, how long would it take for you to warm back up to me? I mean, I imagine it would be like, my best friend can fly, so...
It would depend on how active you were in trying to make me not mad at you anymore.
Okay.
I'm being very selfish. How would you win back my trust? I want to know, what would you do for me? What am I getting out of this? I'm a great friend.
I would want to win back your trust. I would only do up to 3 things, though. I think...
Like you're a genie? A trust genie?
Yeah. I think, like, the first thing I do is... I'd get you something from, like, across the country that you didn't think... I'd probably steal things. Like, that's what it comes down to. I'd probably commit crimes. Also, the third thing, I'd probably get shot down, die, and it would be on Fox News. The local idiot learns how to fly, gets shot down immediately.
Local flying
dumbass
mutant. Absolutely decimated by the U.S. military. I don't know. I'd get you to take me places. I mean, that's really what it boils down to. I'd be like, all right, do you want to go like see a movie? All right, fly us there.
I learned that there's no correct way to hold someone when you're flying.
No, because you can kill them no matter what.
Yeah. I learned
if you're strong enough to let them climb on your back.
Yeah.
You can piggyback ride and shoot up into the air.
I want to know what muscles are used in the ability to fly.
Your back muscles?
Yeah, I would think that it's your back.
But with Superman, it's all in his fists. Throws his fists.
His fists are really heavy,
yeah.
So he just like
it's like Thor's hammer. It has.
He's just like he throws him forward, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm going."
It has such incredible mass, just like Thor's hammer, that when he throws the hammer up in the air, he flies with it. Yeah, Superman's. I mean, they're made of steel. But no, I'd be like, okay, take me here. All right, and if GTA has taught me anything, as long as you fly low enough, you can't get shot down.
That's true.
That's how you steal the plane from the jet from the base every time.
I'm trying to think of what it was that I saw. It had to have been in like the last year, where like an object was flying so fast that like the backdraft that it caused was just like devastating, and like it made like cars and shit fly everywhere, like in its trail, in its wake.
I don't know what that is.
I can't think of it. but I feel like I don't think I'd be able to fly that fast, and I'm also my mass isn't that big, so I think if I flew that fast to generate enough force to do that, I think I would be decimated.
Yeah.
Like I would go in one way and come out as nothing.
Your brain and your skull would go back, and it would start to compress your spine a bunch.
I'd honestly,
and you'd hit the ground as like a meat ball.
Yeah, I think I'd have
spewing blood everywhere.
I think realistically, if I had the ability to fly, I'd have to have like a motorcycle helmet or something, and like be able to hold my breath.
Yeah. Now I'm just thinking about planes. Have you ever seen we live in a place where there's a lot of military bases in the area, and so there's always a lot of jets flying around overhead. Am I the only one that when you're like standing outside or you're like walking outside or in your car and you see like a bunch of jets fly by, you just have a thing for like a split second where you're like, this is it. It's about to go down, I guess.
Like it's the end of the world?
Yeah. Like every few days I'll see like a bunch of jets flying in formation past me, and I'm like, okay, I guess this is probably it. There's a good chance this is it.
Yeah.
I saw an osprey today. A real life osprey flying over my sister's house.
Oh,
and I was like, okay, this is real. Like I've seen stealth bombers fly over, and like F-16s and shit like that. I've never seen like an osprey. I saw it. I was like, okay, this is serious now. It's become DayZ. I can't handle it. Like, I don't know. I don't want to die.
Speaking of DayZ,
yeah.
I was talking with our friend DJ.
Yeah.
And we were complaining about how in DayZ in its current state of affairs, for the next minute this is gonna be like video game
talk. Video game talk.
So, but it's
come
gonna
back later.
It's gonna be interesting still. So DayZ is a survival simulator shooter, where you have zombies and you're basically just trying to survive, find equipment, and not get killed by other players.
Best game of 2012.
It sucks and bad now. I can't. It tried like they. It doesn't matter. Zombies are broken. Everything is broken. Community is toxic. Basically, we were talking about how. What if you were in a post-apocalyptic world? And like a world like DayZ, except there were no zombies. There was just like you and like other players and stuff like that, or other people. And so you're rifling through like people's houses and like old police stations and things like that, looking for supplies, like things that other people have overlooked, trying to vacate the premises. But instead of zombies, instead of like there being like hundreds of thousands of zombies, like there's obviously still going to be dead bodies everywhere, but instead of there being a tremendous amount of zombies that outnumber you like 100,000 to 1, there's werewolves. And not that many werewolves. There's like 3.
But they're just like terrorizing our town, our area.
They wander the forests and stuff, and
we're in a bad area for that. There's mostly
yeah.
trees here.
So, we were talking about how in real life, if I knew that werewolves existed and I had seen a werewolf and it had, dawned on me that they in fact exist in that reality, one where already my hopes of this desolate world are decimated. I have like, I'm not gonna retire at an old age and like have a family if like everyone I know is dead and society has gone to the brink and then like just cracked and broken and there's nothing there. There's not enough humanity to consider it being called humanity anymore. Like if going into that and I survived and I was like just being like basically just like drifting town to town trying to find things to keep myself going. Like, one, I have the mental fortitude of a rock. There would be next to nothing that could break that. But if I saw a werewolf in that situation, in that already dreary situation, I think that I would consider taking my own life at that point, because there's no winning.
I think that TV and movies and comic books and video games, they upset our our expectations of what humanity would do in a situation like that. And I think that I would say about 80%, that's a strong guess, 80% of the first world population would lose their shit immediately and start eating like dirt and rocks until they were pooping blood. Right. I would. I'm not going to overestimate myself and say that I would be a hero that rises in like a situation of great duress. No. I would sit in my room and I would start to hit myself against things all the time. All day I would spend beating myself into objects until something there was an object too great for even my body to slam against. There would be no heroism from me. There would be no heroism from a lot of people. I think immediately, I think everybody has the potential to start eating other humans.
Yeah.
I think that would happen sooner than people think. I think that would happen like day 2.
I don't think that would happen that soon.
I think it would happen day 2. Hour 49 would be when people start eating other people. Imagine if the news came on, the whole stereotypical breaking news that interrupts every TV station. Like every local station gets interrupted by a broadcast. And they describe the situation to people. Let's say, there are werewolves. There are werewolves. And they're real. Yeah, here's video evidence of a fucking werewolf.
As soon as they start showing like someone being like ravaged by a werewolf, like the disaster signal comes on. The one that like induces anxiety in a lot of people.
Yeah, the emergency broadcast system thing.
Yeah, I like that would be like, okay, well,
the reaction from me
cool.
would be so painfully instant that if I was near anybody, they would be terrified of me because the thing comes on. Like, we're in a little radio play. It's gonna be very quick. I want you to be a news broadcaster telling the people about the attacks going on, and I will be myself in front of a television.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I just received word that there are werewolves among the populace. They are killing and hunting human beings.
Is there video evidence of this?
Human beings are being hunted and killed by these werewolves. Hold on. I'm receiving. We have a live feed of a werewolf hunting down and attacking a man in a parking lot. Right. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Cutting to it. Yep, that's how that would go down.
I'm gonna have to edit that a little bit. that sure peaked everything.
Normalize everything.
I made a mess.
Yeah, so
I made a mess in my room.
I imagine that, like, I would, like, you wouldn't overestimate yourself. I, in fact, would overestimate myself.
You would think that you could be.
Oh no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't be like, hell yeah, I'm gonna be a hero. I would be like, I could probably survive for a little bit. I'd be like, I could probably like do my best. Like, I'd be like a little optimistic about it. Like, but there's like in the back of my mind is like the realization that I'm gonna fucking die like sooner than I want, and it'd be gnawing at the back of my head the entire time. But like externally, I'd look like insane. I'd be like, you know what? I could just give it my best go, and I'll just do my best, and I'll survive this post-apocalyptic wasteland. I'll survive it until it becomes a wasteland.
You'd be the guy that gets fucked up and doesn't realize how fucked up he is. You would be like cutting people's feet off so that you could get away faster. So if a werewolf was coming,
immediately
they would be eating them instead.
I would lose sight of my humanity, like.
But you'd always be talking like you had everything under control. You're like, okay, we're gonna shore up our defenses in this house. While you're sawing someone's foot off, you're like, we have to stay safe. We have to stay indoors. And like this person you're just cutting their feet off so that they can't run away.
It would be a Walking Dead sort of situation where like my charisma and like optimism and my survival skills and ability, like it would draw a lot of people to me. Like, you know what? Let's rally behind this guy and like, you're like we'll survive. And like day 3, like I'll meet someone's eyes and they'll shoot me a look like they'll have like twisted their ankle or something, and they're like wince in pain when they look at me, and I'll be like, he's gonna
weak.
Yeah. It's like,
I see our death. It is right here.
He's like, what? I'm looking at this dude, and his eyes meet mine, and like there's the wince of pain, and like I take it in two ways. One, he just looked at me weird, and two, he hurt himself, and he's gonna hold us all back. So as we're going, like I get everyone to go, I'll be like, and immediately like I would not be myself. Like the person that is Jeff, that is J-Fan, he would not be inhabiting this body anymore. It would be someone completely different. It would be just like how there was Brooklyn Jeff who didn't give a shit about like peeing on buildings and stuff like that. This would be post-apocalyptic Jeff, who would be a completely different person and probably like very not. I mean, he'd be a survivalist for sure, but he definitely would not be a friendly guy. I'd be like, you know what? Everyone would think that I'm crazy, and honestly, I probably would be crazy because that's a crazy world. I'd be like, I put my backpack up and like tighten my straps. And be like, all right, everyone, let's go. Like we're going, and like everyone's walking. Like I hear someone like step awkwardly because they twisted their ankle. I like turn around, pull out like my revolver, and I shoot him in the thigh. And I'm like, all right, we're going. And everyone's like gasping and like screaming, and like everyone shut up. The werewolves will hear you.
Yeah, in like for example, in The Walking Dead, the governor kept things going for months. Probably maybe a year or so, before like people really started realizing how fucked up he is. Yeah, it would be like within a week. It would be like the first adverse situation would be, and you would see the first person that shows they would be a weakness or liability, and you're having like the Mad Max flashbacks, but they're about people who are still alive, and like the thing where like the skulls are flashing over their faces really quick because they're dead, and like so you're seeing into the future, and then when you're in the future, you're looking into the past to see everyone dying, and that's when like it just clicks, and you're like, this person has to die, or we're gonna die, and there's no gray area, there's no middle ground, there's no like finding a way to make this person more capable. Like no, it's survive, or it's die or cut off ankles. Like that's the only two options. Is either we all die, or I cut this man's feet off right now and leave him here for the werewolves, and quick because they'll smell the blood when you're cutting their feet off.
Yeah, it would either go that way, or I would have like bouts of. This is like assuming that I'd survive this long. Like we're in a camp of survivors. Like I had somehow like either gathered survivors, like people gathered to me, or I found a group of survivors, and like. You know, I've basically, like, displayed my potential to survive, and, like, yeah, I'm gonna be, like, a force to be reckoned with, I guess. But then, like, I'd suffer, like, bouts of paranoia when I'm sleeping. Like, someone's gonna kill me in my sleep. Like, they're gonna think, like, this is when I'd really start overestimating, like, myself. I'd be like, oh, man, I'm the greatest, and someone's gonna recognize that, and they want to be the leader, because I'm eventually gonna be the leader.
You'd be outed as the hypocrite.
I'd have delusions of grandeur. No, I'd leave. I'd immediately like in
the
middle of one of my bouts of paranoia, I'd leave.
Not even with that. And you would be labeled a hypocrite so fast, and I'll tell you why. Because you have gout. You sometimes have gout flare-ups that impact your ability to be more mobile.
Yeah, but I
wouldn't. This motherfucker's cutting off people's feet if they get kind of hurt, and he has gout. He needs to have his foot cut off, and they would cut your feet off.
Oh. Look, let me tell you what would happen, like, immediately. If I started to get a gout flare-up, I'd cut off my foot. I'd fashion a peg leg. Like, not even, like, there's no two ways about it. I'd be like, I'd put my leg up, and I'd be like, you know what, this is gonna stop me. Like, I'd tie, like, 3 belts around my leg, and be like, it's this or I die. And then I'd just, like, cut off my foot. I'd saw it off. I'd be like, it has to do. But also, I only get gout flare-ups when I eat a lot of greasy food, so I don't think I'd be eating any greasy food. In the post-apocalyptic wasteland.
I'm just saying, it could happen.
It could. But, also, I'd find a lot of dead animals, and I'd fashion a suit out of dead animals.
Not their skin, but, like, actual dead animals? Wouldn't that attract the werewolves?
No, it wouldn't, because I'd be carrion. I'd just be, like, walking dead animals. I'd be like, well, I don't want to eat a dead animal unless I hunt it myself. So I think it'd be fine. I'd smell bad. I'd probably throw up so much. I'd probably be covered in my own throw up.
Yeah, they wouldn't want to eat you then.
Yeah.
Oh, we found out the way to survive the werewolf apocalypse, which is the first time anyone's ever said those two words like that. Werewolf apocalypse.
Yeah, werewolves would be like, I'm gonna get you. And I'd be like,
You just pee and throw up all over yourself.
He'd be like, oh, no, I don't want that now.
It's covered in throw up. Werewolves don't have thumbs. I guess they do have thumbs. They can't wash their prey.
You're like,
I don't want to eat throw up.
Yeah, like,
The werewolves would starve to death in weeks.
I'm the last guy. I'm the last human alive, and like every time I see a werewolf, like, there's some people with me. Like, I'm one of the last few people alive. Like, it's okay. I learned how to survive. No, it goes to the past where I don't even need to shove a finger down my throat.
Yeah.
I just
You
like,
just will. There's a muscle you activate. Come here, I'll throw up on you too.
You're like, oh, please don't.
No. Do you want to die? I'll cut your feet off. Unless you let me throw up on you. Ugh. People will be so afraid of you. That's a mechanism that even babies could use.
Real talk though, I'd kill myself.
It's a really weak
werewolf
apocalypse.
I'd die.
It's a really weak apocalypse.
Werewolf apocalypse?
If throwing up is the cure.
Yeah.
Like.
No, I imagine werewolves wouldn't mind. They'd just be like, well, I'm just gonna eat the parts that he didn't throw up on.
So you throw up everywhere.
Yeah, I'm just gonna douse my body. This is gross.
Humanity
for some reason, like
in the desolate werewolf apocalypse, humanity is forced to migrate and start new society in the sewers, like in shit water, where werewolves aren't gonna fuck with them because they don't want to go and eat like something that's covered in shit.
Yeah.
Who would have thought that humanity's waste would someday become their savior? That's a book. I'm writing this book now.
Their salvation.
It's gonna be like World War Z, where there's some like medicine that you take or something.
I don't know.
I never watched that movie, or like
I watched it and I fell asleep.
It'll be the thing from The Happening, where it's like the trees were the things that were making people fucked up, and the cure was something you'd never expected. It's the ultimate twist. It's like all along, all we had to do was swim in shit. And the werewolves couldn't hurt us. The 3 werewolves that apparently caused this werewolf apocalypse.
I mean, like, there's 3... Like, when I was originally talking about it, it was, like...
You mean in our area?
As a game. So, like, in that big area, there's just 3 werewolves just roaming the server.
Coming fall 2016.
Yeah. Wolf Z.
Werewolf shit apocalypse.
Werewolf shit apocalypse. Oh, man. Yeah, this is the new Stinky Boy show.
This is us.
Inconsistent. Sometimes we seem like we're going to have intelligent discussions, and then we...
What topics have we covered? Murder, shitting, jacking off.
Devolve into creatures of disgustingness. I apologize to all of our viewers, and I congratulate on any of our viewers that find this interesting.
You guys waited 5 months for this.
Yeah.
I just wanted to let you all know. I've been asked, I want to say, at least a dozen times if we were going to do another one. And you know what? It's just that, we're busy men. We have a lot going on. And, sometimes we don't have time. We made the time. You want to know why? Because we love talking about jacking off and telekinesis. And most importantly, we love you, the listener, who also maybe likes listening to 2 other people talk about jacking off and telekinesis.
Right.
Shit apocalypse.
So,
apocalypse.
Yeah. How many times are you going to say it? Just one more time. Get it out of your system.
Do you want to rename the podcast to Shit Apocalypse?
No, I don't.
I want to plug something then.
So
my new podcast, Shit Apocalypse. Every Monday night.
So I don't know when we're going to do another Stinky Boy show, but I can promise you that
it won't be in 5 months.
It won't be in 5 months.
10 months.
And our quality will increase. I like to think that the quality of this show is better than our previous
We're
shows.
just greasing up the wheels.
Yeah.
We're getting back in it.
This was very impromptu.
Turns out you can forget how to ride a bike.
Yeah.
Comedy bike.
But I think this one turned out to be a pretty good show. Probably number 18 probably turned out to be one of our best.
Are we sure this is 18?
I'm pretty sure this is 18. Maybe this is 19. You know what? I'm going on YouTube right now. And looking it up. Talking, so there's no dead air, so Nathan doesn't know what to cut out. Today I had 2 chicken sandwiches, and it was really delicious. What did you eat for lunch at Chick-fil-A?
Chicken.
This is 18. Last episode was episode 17, where we talked about crimes. And this episode, we also talk about crimes. Crimes, flying, and werewolves.
What will we talk about on the next episode, Jeff?
This episode is going to be titled Flying Criminal Werewolf. I like that title, and that's what we're doing. And if I like that title enough, I'm going to put that in the hat for the name of our podcast. Since, as an ongoing joke, and also kind of not really a joke, Stinky Boy Show is a tentative title.
You know, if there was a werewolf apocalypse, and we found out that we had to migrate to the sewers to survive, we would be literal Stinky Boys.
We would be literal Stinky Boys.
I think that is enough to cement this show's name. And I just want to note, Jeff, to you, that I'm the one who uploads the episode, so I do believe I will call this episode Shitpocalypse.
Don't call it Shitpocalypse. Please.
I don't know. I'm the one who has the final say because I'm the one who uploads it. It's my computer.
I know that, but I really don't want this episode to be called Shitpocalypse. I really don't. I really don't. I mean, if, like, you know, you upload this video and people decide they like the name Shitpocalypse, like, that's cool. But I also don't want that hanging up, like, over our heads. Like, when people are like, oh, yeah, I became a fan of you guys when, like around episode 18.
Episode.
Like, which episode was that? And I'm like, oh,
Werewolf Shitpocalypse.
Like, oh, God. That was a really good conversation, and it was really...
Okay, can I title it Dick, Hard?
Dick, Hard. Kind of, yeah. You know what? I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that more than Shitpocalypse. Shitpocalypse just sounds gross, and, like, I really, truthfully, I want to try to get a little bit away from being gross, and I want to drive towards being a little bit more intelligent.
The show is called Stinky Boy Show.
Yes, I understand, but that's a tentative title.
I think it's too late.
It's not too late.
I think it's too late to call this not tentative. It's become too real. We've taken a hiatus and come back from hiatus. We could have changed the name in the last 5 months, but we didn't.
God.
I think we need to leave this to the listener.
Yeah. Comment, like, subscribe.
Tweet at us. Once again, at Fright Shark, at Jathman, at Horsefucker91.
What? Is that a thing?
I'm changing the name of our Twitter account.
Don't! Because then we're going to have to change the name of the show.
Anyways, tweet at us, comment on YouTube or wherever we end up putting this, and let us know. Stinky Boy, or should we try to come up with a new name for our podcast that is almost old enough to drink?
I like Flying Criminal Werewolf.
I like Shitpocalypse, but, you know, 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other.
The more I say Flying Criminal Werewolf, the more I become concerned about that as a concept.
I think about Goldar.
Oh my god, that is Goldar.
That's exactly what I think about.
You know what? This podcast is now just called Goldar.
Yeah, we're the official podcast of the character Goldar from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
We're not. Don't sue us. We're not.
Episode 19.
18.
No, the next episode will be all about Goldar.
Oh, I mean, I'm fine with talking
episode
about Goldar.
preview.
I want to talk about the Goldar mythos. I don't know anything about Goldar, other than he's a scary man who's covered in gold armor.
I'll be on the wiki tonight. And with that, I think we're done. I think we've given them enough.
Yeah. So tweet at us.
We're giving this to you for free, you fucking monsters.
And I hope you enjoy our bad podcast. And we will be working hard in tandem to try to increase the quality of our shows, befitting that of adult children.
I'm just thinking about...
We'll talk about books and hot dogs. No, not hot dogs. I think I have a tumor in my head because I keep bringing up hot dogs in random conversations. I don't know what it is.
You call me a lot of nicknames that have hot dog in them.
I do. I'm starting to become really concerned about that. I call it hot dog sandwich.
Hot dog boy.
Hot dog boy. Hot dog bus.
Hot dog bus. That's right.
Oh man. Like I think there's something wrong with me.
I think maybe you have a repressed memory involving hot dogs.
I hope not.
I think that's how a repressed memory becomes pressed. Unpressed. Becomes unrepressed.
Decompressed?
No, that's a compressed memory.
It's very small memory.
That's when you zip up a file to put it on a flash drive.
But it's your brain.
Anyways,
Bye!
see ya!
Bye-bye!